Welcome everyone to the remaining weeks of the Business Management Capstone course. This video will detail the remaining assignments for this semester. Within the weekly modules content area, you're going to see the folder that's labeled weeks 13 through 15 remaining assignments for this semester. As always, it has the same structure with the learning objectives, the assignment summary, which I'll go over each assignment one by one, course content, and now we get to the assignments. The first one is course participation, weeks 13 through 15, team communication. All this means is if you stay in constant communication with your team, you will receive 100 points for the course participation, weeks 13 through 15. Keep in mind, it's only 100 points total. It's not 100 points for each week. So if I hear from your team that you're not participating, you will obviously not receive the 100 points for the course participation. Next, you have the Case 8 Tesla in 2019. That should be very straightforward to you. Next, we have the Global Simulation Year 15 decisions. Normally, I just say, hey, you have decisions, you know what to do, let's move on to the next assignment. Well, I'm going to pause for a moment. And the reason being is, Year 15, you can just have at it, meaning that you could take a lot of risk that you would not have done in the past. The reason being is there is no Year 16 for us. Our simulation competition stops at Year 15. So we don't care about Year 16. We're not moving on to Year 16. So definitely keep that in mind. I have seen teams in the past win the simulation by taking a lot of risk in Year 15 because they knew there was no Year 16. Now, that's up to you. You don't have to do that. You can stick with your same game plan if you want to. I at least just wanted to share the information with you. Next one is the Global Simulation Post-Game Peer Evaluations. Clearly, you know how to accomplish this. Next, we have Research Paper Disruptive Technology. The reason why I chose this topic for the research paper is normally when I present at conferences, I'm always presenting about disruptive technology, what's going to change in the industry. So to me, it's kind of near and dear to my heart. I think anyone who's business-minded needs to keep an eye ahead to see what might, knock them off from being number one. So just make sure you review the assignment details, the grading rubric, and submit the paper. Okay, next we have the annual report. Okay, so this is a true annual report. This is not like your module reports where you just answered a few questions. This will take you some time. You should really be getting a jump on this early. Make sure you review the instructions, the grading rubric, review all documentation with team members before attempting the assignment. Each team needs to divide up the workload and meet on a regular basis. And of course, once you complete it, go ahead and have one team member submit it to the annual report submission link. Usually the first question I receive when students receive this annual report assignment is, where's my example? As you know, I don't give examples. There are a tremendous amount of examples out on the web of true annual reports by public traded companies that you can go look up yourself. You do not need me. You have to be able to think and learn on your own when you're, in business. And obviously, you also have team members that you can rely upon as well. Last but not least, we have the capstone presentation to the Board of Trustees, which is, of course, myself. So you want to review the capstone presentation details, review the grading rubric, schedule a team online presentation with me. I will attempt to accommodate your requested date and time. I know last time with the introductions, I believe I pretty much was able to accommodate everyone. Keep in mind, you do not have to schedule within my office hours. I know some people work in the daytime, some work at night, some work on the weekends. So whatever works for the team, I will do my best to accommodate you with the presentation. One part I want to say about the presentation is do not read the slides to me. I don't want to see, 3 paragraphs on one slide and you just read the slides to me. That's what's been happening in the past, or with the bad teams, I should say. And they get deducted a tremendous amount of points because I do not want you to read the slides to me. There should not be 1,000 words on one slide. Also, you should not just be reading something that you typed up prior to the presentation, because it clearly will come across that way. You should know what's on a slide. You should have memorized what you should be saying, and it should come across as natural, not as you're just reading a piece of paper to me. So just keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and look at the results of Year 14 within Globus.
Before I get to the standings, we have to go over some rankings for the top 100 overall, which means this is against thousands of teams, all different colleges. Team A, their return on average equity was 127.6%, was 39th best. Team E, their overall game-to-date score was 106, tied for 51st. And also Team E, your stock price of $499.59 was 91st best stock price performance of the week. So tremendous. It's been a long time actually for me to have two different teams in the top 100 in any given semester. Usually it's just one. So great job, Team A and E. Definitely appreciate the effort. So let's go ahead and jump into the standings now. Okay, here's the Year 14 scoreboard. Team A, first place, 102. I know Team A is trying their best, really battling to attempt to obtain first place in the simulation. And now this is no, disrespect to the other Team C and E, because they're obviously doing, what they can as well. But I'm just letting Team C and E know that Team A is trying like crazy to beat you. And as you can see, they gained first place in Year 14. That's not overall. Team C is 101, so tight. Team E is 98. Team B, 87. You gained 6 points. You had a great run throughout the semester, but kind of really tailed it off at the end, because what happened would be my assumption is the other teams made the necessary adjustment to catch you, and then obviously I don't believe you have. Then again, I know Team B, you've been doing great all semester, and 87 is not a bad score. Now Team D at 65, you're not moving anywhere. You dropped 2 points. Unfortunately, I do not believe you're putting forth the necessary effort in this course. Now for the game-to-date scoreboard, Team C is number 1 at 108. Team E is number 2 at 107, and Team A is number 3 at 105. It's a 3-point game if you think about it. So Team C, it's great that you're in first place right now, but I sure couldn't call you the winner yet. Because like I said, then again, Team E and Team A, they're coming after that first place. Hopefully you did watch this. Hopefully you are watching this video, I should say, because I gave you some tips about Year 15. But it's going to be interesting. To be honest with you, I in my mind, any one of you could win based off the effort I've seen out of these three teams. Team B, 94. It's a respectable score for the simulation. So no disrespect to your team. Then again, I do believe that you didn't make the necessary adjustment, which you do in business, to stay on top. You are on top for quite a long time, and you allowed the competition to not only catch you but bypass you because of those reasons. Team D, 73 is not an acceptable score. Clearly you won't receive points for your decisions, because I do not believe that you're making any impactful decisions for Year 14. So hopefully you turn around and get in the 80s for the game to date by the Year 15. Otherwise, I would just assume that you're not really trying that hard. So this is going to be interesting, is the bottom line. I have no clue who's going to win it. I'll be excited to when the standings come out to see which team actually comes on top. As always, if you need anything, please let me know. Have a great week.